Maggie to the rescue!
Hey everybody, Maggie's here with her hand over her nose because I'm with Malibu Skipper and Malibu Barbie, and they're adorable and they need a little restoration, but they stink. And I actually got them both in 2 different places, so it's interesting that they both smell bad. Malibu Skipper actually smells like mold and mildew. She really smells bad. And then this Malibu Barbie, it's kind of like a combination of something trying to remove the smell of smoke and cigarette smoke, I think. But anyway, it's different kinds of smells. So I'm going to use the same technique on both of them and see which one it works best on, or if it works at all. So I'm going to get all set up with what I'm going to use to clean them. They're also both very dirty, and try to get the smell out. So Skipper's face and arms and legs are pretty dirty, so I'm going to work on that. And here are the holes that were on the bottom of the feet. And I'm lucky that both of these dolls are marked made in Japan, which I think means they were made in 1971 or 1972. So that's pretty cool. And they're both Sunset Malibu dolls. I don't think I said that before. So I have some baking soda in here and a little squirt of toothpaste, mainly just to help it stick to the toothbrush while I'm scrubbing. I wanted to start with baking soda, not just because it helps eliminate odors, but because it has that grainy quality and it will help me get 50 years, I guess, of grime that's built up on the dolls. But I also will follow up with a magic eraser. So I was doing some research, and for the most part, with some exceptions about her torso, especially in the later 60s and 70s, Barbie was made of PVC. And PVC is polyvinyl chloride. We also call it polyvinyl or just vinyl. And see how like different parts of her body, some are harder, some are more flexible. It sort of seems like rubber. And that's because PVC can be rigid or flexible according to the addition of plasticizers. And that's just a substance or solvent added to create more flexibility. So it is important that we stop consuming so much plastic and creating so much plastic. I mean, look in front of you. I have a plastic toothbrush, plastic bowl, plastic bottle, plastic dolls. So I've really been struggling with this lately. I think my small contribution is trying to just restore dolls instead of consuming more and more new dolls. But that is a tiny drop in the bucket. But maybe if more of us did that, it could help. And I do know that more eco-friendly types of plastics and new materials are being created. So I've been trying to do a little bit of research on that. Magic eraser time. I'm using it a little bit harder here than I normally do because they are a little bit abrasive. It's almost like very, very fine sandpaper, but I just need to get this very old dirt off of her. But you might want to be a little bit more gentle with a doll that's, you know, you're just getting light dirt off of. All right, I used the magic eraser on both dolls, and now it's time for a sniff test. Well, Well, they already are a little bit better. Barbie's a lot better than Skipper though, but that's to be expected. So now I'm going to use distilled white vinegar to wipe them down. Probably I should soak them and maybe even soak them overnight, but I'm just being a little bit cautious just because of their skin tone. So I'm going to see what happens if I just wipe them down with some vinegar first. So I'm just using equal parts vinegar and water. A lot of the bad smell seems to be coming from their hair, so I'm just going to dunk it in vinegar and let that soak for a little bit while I'm wiping their bodies down with vinegar. I rinsed the vinegar out of their hair and off their bodies, and now I'm just going to soak their hair in some fabric softener, just a couple of tablespoons. And the thing is, this fabric softener does have a fragrance, and so it might be masking the odor just a little bit, which I was hoping not really to do. I really want to be able to tell if I'm actually getting the odor out, not just masking it. But, you know, maybe a little fresh scent won't hurt. I rinsed the fabric softener out of their hair, and now I'm just going to run a comb through it and see how their hair is doing. Skipper's hair is really smooth and shiny. It's really pretty, but it's not rooted particularly thick, like I feel like some Barbie dolls are. So the comb is going through pretty easily. So after I comb through her hair, I'm just going to let it sit and dry. Cute little bangs. So unfortunately, Barbie had a haircut at some point, so one side is shorter than the other. But even though I typically love to cut doll hair, I'm not going to trim this because I'm just going to try to disguise the cut part because I really want the length of her hair to stay as long as possible. I might cut it later on and change my mind, but for right now, I think I'm just going to try to keep it as long looking as possible. So I'm going to flat iron her hair just a little bit on these sort of bent parts, just to get it to lie down more smoothly. And I'm using the very lowest setting. I wish it was actually an even lower setting, but this is as low as it'll go. I can't help myself. I've got to trim her hair a little bit, but I noticed her hair's sort of in a V shape. So if I trim up that other side, then maybe I can make it look a little less wonky. So it's the next day, and their hair is all dry, and it looks really pretty and golden and soft. And I'm going to do my sniff test. Now Skipper. And I'm going to tell you the results. We're going to get ready for the big reveal. Here they are, all ready for the beach. I put Skipper in this little terry cloth wrap. I thought that was really cute. I don't have the original orange two-piece that she came with, but I did have sunglasses for both of them. And Skipper is sharing hers with Maggie. So as for the smell, it's not perfect. I would say Barbie is about 90% better, which is great. Hold that thought. So after I shot the video, I was determined to get Skipper up to at least 90%, if not 100% better. I would say I got her to about 75% with the process that you just watched. So I used something on her that my husband uses on his wetsuits, and it worked beautifully. So I emailed the company, and I'm waiting to hear back from them if it's safe to use on PVC. So I'll let you all know. So look for a follow-up video about this, whether or not we can use it. So I hope you enjoyed this process today. It definitely helped the odor a lot, and I hope you enjoyed just watching them get cleaned up. They're such wonderful dolls. I love those 70s Barbies. So thank you all for liking and subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed to Maggie to the Rescue yet, please be sure to join us. Thanks everybody. Bye.
Like and subscribe. Thank you.